Greetings from New York City. I'm Phil and we're running the bridges. This is a video series where we visit all the bridges in New York City that you can run across. The big, the small, the old, the new, the world famous icons, and the ones you've never even heard of. And today we are visiting the Greenpoint Avenue Bridge over the Newtown Creek between Queens and Brooklyn. And this is at the intersection. Right now I'm on the Queens side, on the north side, at Review Avenue and Greenpoint Avenue, and I'm going to start across here right now because we just missed the bridge being open. I was doing the previous video. If you look at my previous video on the Borden Avenue Bridge, I do have footage of the bridge from a distance, like in the open position. But I want to see if we can at least catch a glimpse of the ship that was going through, but we just missed that. But anyway, so I'm starting across here. So we are in Greenpoint Avenue, crossing from Queens into Brooklyn. And this is obviously it's a drawbridge. It's a twin leaf bascule bridge. It's the sixth bridge built on this site. First bridge was built in the 1850s by Nasiah Bliss. And I guess on the Queens side, the neighborhood, you could call it Long Island City, or you could call it Blissville. I've never heard the name Blissville before, but I'm apparently named after Nasiah Bliss. But that's, and then we're in the Greenpoint neighborhood of Brooklyn on the other side. And this is the sixth bridge built on the site. Nasiah Bliss built the first bridge, drawbridge. There were several others. By 1929, there was a bridge built on this site, and it was taken down. The current bridge dates from 1987, so it's relatively new. And the Newtown Creek forms a border between Brooklyn and Queens in this area, and it's an inlet from the East River. It's highly a lot of industrial usage here, going back to like the late 1850s. Initially, it was a beautiful, natural waterway. And sorry, we're right at the midpoint of the bridge. Right on top of the bridge, I do not see a ship. It must have passed all the way through. I was just curious to see what ship was coming through here that would require lifting the bridge, opening the bridge. But anyway, but here is a view of Newtown Creek to the west. So that's going towards the East River, and you see the Manhattan skyline up there. And that is the Newtown Creek to the east. And that will eventually go inland for a while and then come to some dead ends. And this is actually, well, before I get into that, here we are at the halfway point, the seam there. This is where it lifts up. You see people still do their pleasure boating. This bridge dates from 1987. Newtown Creek was heavily industrialized starting from the late 1800s. Standard Oil had a refining facility here. They're just dumping all their shit in the creek. There's paint factories, tanneries, dumping all kinds of chemicals, and so it became very polluted. It is currently still a Superfund site, meaning designated by the federal government for federal money for cleanup. And so hopefully it's in the process of getting a little bit cleaner. And you can see there's still a lot of industrial area around here. Most of it is like just warehouses, storage facilities. One of the large shipping companies has a facility here. There's, I think, there's a snack food, a bakery up there a ways. So it's not much residential, not much parkland, not much greenway. Although if you go back where we were, Review Avenue in Queens, and continue up north, you can get access to some of the other bridges. You can see behind me there, is that let's see, the Kosciuszko Bridge, which we did in an earlier video. And in fact, this is the 7th and final bridge that we will be covering over the Newtown Creek and its tributaries. We've done the Pulaski Bridge, we've done the Kosciuszko Bridge, the grand bridge right there that you just saw. We've done the Metropolitan Avenue Bridge, we've done the Grand Avenue Bridge, we've done the Hunters Point Avenue Bridge, we just did the Borden Avenue Bridge, and now the Greenpoint Avenue Bridge, the 7th and final bridge across Newtown Creek and its tributaries that you can run and or walk and or cycle across. And as we're coming down into Brooklyn, we're going to meet the cross street there is Kingsland Avenue. There's also the storage facility is also, you'll see, I'll show it to you, it's blocked from view right now. These great big domes, which is actually a wastewater treatment facility, but visually pretty arresting. And there is even, like, if you go down Kingsland Avenue, I'm going to check it out, but like there's, like, they're trying to do a nature walk area down there. There's like some gardens down there. I'm going to check that out. Not much of like a destination necessarily, but if you enjoy running the waterways. Now, me for myself, I like running these industrial areas, especially like industrial areas of the Newtown Creek. Like on a Sunday, especially when you don't have the truck traffic. Weekday, even a Saturday, a lot of trucks going through here. It's not real fun on some of these side streets, hitting all of the other bridges. But I just like running around Newtown Creek, industrial areas, running across all the little bridges. The Borden Avenue Bridge is one of the very few retractable bridges in the country. The Grand Avenue Bridge has a plywood running surface on one side, and some of these are very old. And like I said, this one only dates from 1987, but there's a long history of bridges on this site. And so now we are at Kingsland Avenue. It also is sometimes called the J.J. Byrne Memorial Bridge, who was a borough president from 1926 to 1930. I don't know if anybody really calls it that. I don't know if that's official. I've seen plenty of official signage and information calling this the Greenpoint Avenue Bridge. So I'm just going to continue calling it the Greenpoint Avenue Bridge. Okay, so yes, now we are, and it's quite windy here today. But there's a view of the bridge, and like I said, we just missed seeing the bridge in its open position. Now, I do have footage of this bridge that I took a number of years back in its open position, and if I can dig that up, I will insert that here. That means the Pulaski Bridge is going to be open too.
Is that? Are we running? We're not running across the Pulaski, are we? Oh, okay.
That's what we're finishing.
Oh, okay. Guess I didn't.
Okay, so and that brings up another question too. You may be asking yourself, so Phil, do you ever have to stop and wait for all these drawbridges? Are they ever open in the open position? You ever have to stop and wait for them? And in reality, almost never. You almost never see them in the open position during daylight hour, or really ever. I think they probably open them for maintenance periodically, but for like practical purposes, and that would be done like in probably late at night. For practical purposes, for shipping, almost never, I believe, with the exception of the Spite and Dival Bridge across Spite and Dival Creek, but that's a railroad-only bridge. It doesn't have anything to do with running. But so you will almost never see these bridges in the open position, which was why, just by chance, when I was doing the Borden Avenue Bridge, I saw this open and I rushed over here, and it was already closed by the time I got here. But there's the bridge. I hope you enjoyed our survey of the bridges of the Newtown Creek and Dutch Kills and other tributaries, and I hope you come over here and run sometime. Of all the Newtown Creek bridges, you definitely have to hit the Kosciuszko Bridge. Go back and look at my video of the Kosciuszko Bridge. It's definitely a destination. But otherwise, I hope to see you out here. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you out here running sometime. And we will see where the wind takes us. It's a strong wind here. We'll see where the wind takes us for the next one. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Okay, so no sooner did I finish my video on the Greenpoint Avenue Bridge, and I decided to look at this nature walk and take a look at it. And lo and behold, look at what I found. Another bridge. I didn't know this bridge was here. So it just happens to just go to show you what you can find when you explore. Now, this does meet my requirements for a bridge to be counted in this video series. It is a bridge that you can run across, and it goes over water. And in fact, here comes somebody running across it right now, other than me. And it does go over water. This is, again, a tributary of the Newtown Creek, Whale Creek. So I don't know if it has a name. I'm just going to call it the Whale Creek Bridge. I'm not going to give it a separate video. I'll just tack this on to the Greenpoint Avenue Bridge, but it will get a separate number. So this is very exciting. And here on this nature walk, it was at the end of Kingsland Avenue, the entrance of it. And I believe there is another entrance a little bit farther down on the Brooklyn waterfront. But, well, you know, there we go. Oh, and this area here, this is above the water too. So that's pretty exciting. And this looks very, very new. I would say in the last few years. And now we are just continuing, but this is all over the water. The very end of the water, that's where the Whale Creek ends, just on the other side of the bridge there. But it is over water nevertheless. And I'm excited and happy to have found another bridge. Yay! Okay. And now we are over that. Now we're on land again. And we're going to continue our nature walk along the dirty, polluted Newtown Creek. Okay, so just following up on that nature walk, it does come out a bit if you're starting at the end of Kingsland Avenue, and the very end of that is where the entrance is. It does come out here. We are at the corner of Provost Street and Page Avenue, Paidge Avenue, and it's all the way, see behind me, it's just down the block there. So all the way at the end of Page Avenue. And nature walk might be not the most accurate name, but it is very interesting, and you do get a little bit of a view of the Newtown Creek. And if you're interested in running or walking along the waterfront or the perimeter of Brooklyn, which I did one time, then that can be a part of your run. Or if you're running from the Greenpoint Avenue Bridge to the Pulaski Bridge, because we are just east of the Pulaski Bridge. We're close to that. And that's a good way to get between them. It's probably only open during the daytime, but it's open now, and it's very interesting. It does have that new bridge I didn't know about. All right, there we go.